According to John Ramirez, a former CIA agent now turned UFO enthusiast, the flurry of recent disclosures, the emergence of whistleblowers, and the discovery of underwater anomalies are not just coincidences. Rather, they are part of an orchestrated narrative building up to a momentous event: the arrival of extraterrestrial beings on our home planet, an alien revelation in 2027. Is there intelligent life beyond Earth? Could they be preparing for a visit? These questions have stirred the human imagination for centuries. The ongoing debate and fascination about extraterrestrial life have only intensified in recent years, thanks to a series of intriguing developments. First, let's talk about the unidentified anomalous phenomena, or UAPs, as the United States government now refers to them. In a surprising move, the government has opened up about the reports they've received and the investigations they've conducted, even establishing a dedicated panel for the study of these UAPs. This represents a significant shift from their earlier stance, sparking renewed interest in the possibility of extraterrestrial life. And then there's the whistleblower report filed by former intelligence officer David Grush. In his report, Grush claimed he had received testimony from multiple sources about the existence of a decades-long UFO recovery and reverse engineering program. While he himself never saw any recovered craft or non-human biologics or alien bodies, his testimony before Congress certainly added fuel to the fire. Add to this mix the claim by Harvard scientist Avi Loeb, who says he's recovered metal spherules from a potential alien spacecraft. If true, this could be tangible evidence of an extraterrestrial visitation, a notion that was once confined to the realms of science fiction. These revelations have certainly stirred the pot, but what if there was more to the story? What if these developments are not just isolated incidents, but part of a larger narrative preparing us for an imminent encounter with intelligent alien life? As we delve deeper into this intriguing possibility, we must remember to question, to wonder, and most importantly, to keep our minds open to the endless possibilities that the universe can offer. Enter John Ramirez, a former CIA agent now turned UFO enthusiast, who claims to have some intriguing insights. After his tenure in the intelligence community, Ramirez shifted gears, delving into the ever-mysterious realm of unidentified flying objects. His new passion led him to podcast UFO in February of 2023, where he dropped a bombshell of a prediction: an alien revelation in 2027. Now, what does that mean? According to Ramirez, the flurry of recent disclosures, the emergence of whistleblowers, and the discovery of underwater anomalies are not just coincidences. Rather, they are part of an orchestrated narrative building up to a momentous event. And this event? The arrival of extraterrestrial beings on our home planet. Ramirez paints a picture of a world bracing itself for an encounter of the third kind. He suggests that the authorities are subtly preparing the population for this day of revelation. We're kind of preparing the US population at least, and by extension the world population, to that reality. That there is a presence here and that we need to explain this presence, he said. He warns of the risk of mass panic if the public continues to be kept in the dark, as was the case in previous decades. He implies a shift in policy from denial and cover-ups to a more open approach, presumably to avoid chaos and confusion when the aliens do show up. Ramirez goes on to suggest that this isn't a matter of choice for the authorities, but rather a necessity. According to him, it seems that the extraterrestrial guests have already penciled us in for a 2027 appointment, and we, as a species, need to be ready for it. In many ways, I think the word got out within the government that they're showing up in 2027, and we better be prepared, Ramirez stated. But why 2027, and how did Ramirez come to this conclusion? According to Ramirez, 2027 is the year we need to prepare for. Now that's quite a statement. It's not every day that a former CIA agent comes out and says, hey, guess what? Extraterrestrials are going to show up in a few years. But that's exactly what Ramirez has done. He's not just suggesting that the existence of aliens is a probability, he's asserting that their arrival is a certainty, and it's happening sooner than we might think. His claims are, admittedly, bold and extraordinary. So what's the basis of his prediction? Ramirez suggests that the government is not just aware of an impending alien visit, but is actively preparing for it. He speaks of a shift in policy from previous decades of denial and cover-ups to a more open approach. His narrative paints a picture of a government in the know, aware of an alien appointment set for 2027. It's a date, he says, he's heard mentioned in official capacities that he can't reveal. In many ways, I think the word got out within the government that they're showing up in 2027 and we better be prepared, Ramirez said. The implications of this claim are, of course, huge. If true, it would mean that our government has knowledge of extraterrestrial life and is preparing for first contact. It would mean that in just a few short years we could be looking up at the sky and seeing not just stars and planets, but visitors from those distant worlds. It would mean that our understanding of life, the universe, and our place within it could be about to change dramatically. But what does this preparation look like? Are we talking about diplomatic exercises, drafting of intergalactic treaties, or perhaps even military preparedness? The specifics are unclear, but one thing is certain. If Ramirez's claims are true, then we're living in the preamble to one of the most significant events in human history. But is there any merit to these claims, or is this merely a diversion? That's the question we must ask ourselves. As we edge closer to 2027, only time will tell if Ramirez's prediction holds water. How much faith can we place in Ramirez's statements? This is a question that has been lingering in the air since his bold claims. To answer this, let's take a step back and consider who John Ramirez is and what he brings to this cosmic table. Formerly a CIA agent, Ramirez certainly has an intriguing background. His career in intelligence, coupled with his second act as a UFO enthusiast, lends him a degree of credibility. He's not just some guy off the street. He's someone who has been in the rooms where secrets are kept, where the world's mysteries are pondered. That being said, it's important to remember that his claims, as far-reaching as they are, come without concrete evidence. We live in an age of misinformation, where reality can be as elusive as a UFO sighting. So it's worth considering that Ramirez's statements could be a part of a grander diversion strategy, a narrative to distract or prepare the population for something else entirely. It wouldn't be the first time a story of extraterrestrial encounters has been used as a smokescreen for earthly matters. On the other side of the coin, there's the possibility that Ramirez is telling the truth, that he's seen what he says he's seen, knows what he claims to know. In this scenario, we're on the precipice of a new era, a time when humanity steps out of the shadows of ignorance and into the light of cosmic knowledge. It's a lot to take in, a lot to consider, but at the end of the day, the truth remains elusive, locked away behind classified documents and whispered in hushed tones in shadowy corridors. So what are we left with? A former CIA agent's claims of impending alien revelation, a world holding its breath, and a date, 2027. So how much faith can we place in Ramirez's statements? That's a question only you can answer. It's a question that demands skepticism, curiosity, and an open mind. It invites us to look up at the night sky and ponder the unimaginable. Whether you believe or not, one thing is for sure, the year 2027 will be interesting. In the end, the question remains, are we alone in the universe? Throughout this exploration, we've traversed the path of the unknown, from the acknowledgement of unidentified anomalous phenomena by the United States government, to the whistleblower report from former intelligence officer David Grush, hinting at a secret UFO recovery and reverse engineering program spanning decades. We've delved into the claims of Harvard scientist Avi Loeb, who believes to have recovered metal spherules, possibly from an alien spacecraft. Yet the most intriguing revelation has been that of former CIA agent John Ramirez. After his departure from the intelligence community, Ramirez has emerged as a significant voice in the UFO enthusiast circle, warning us of an impending alien revelation in 2027. According to Ramirez, our recent surge of disclosures, whistleblowers, and discoveries are not random events. Rather, they are intentional narratives, guiding us towards the day when extraterrestrial beings decide to pay us a visit. An event, he suggests, is only a few short years away. He believes that the world population is being prepared to face this reality, to prevent widespread panic when they finally arrive. Of course, these revelations and predictions come with their own set of implications. If Ramirez's claims hold true, then we are living in the preamble of a monumental shift in human history. The arrival of extraterrestrial life would not just alter our understanding of the universe, but also our place in it. On the other hand, if this is all a grand strategy of misinformation, we must question the motives behind such a diversion. Only time will tell if 2027 is indeed the year of the alien revelation. Until then, keep your eyes on the skies.